Hey everyone, Brian here. I hope you're doing well. In this guitar lesson, I'll be teaching you a fingerstyle arrangement of Eric Clapton's Tears in Heaven, one of the most iconic songs of all time, and a great song for intermediate guitar players looking to take their playing to the next level, or beginner fingerstyle guitar players looking to take on a little bit of a challenge. So, just before we get onto the lesson, I really recommend and encourage you guys to click on the link below. You'll be getting a free PDF download, which is basically a practice file with some advice and the full tab to this arrangement. You can use it to guide your practice, learning the song, really pace yourself, and it'll help to see everything that I'm showing you here, because sometimes in the video the things don't really translate that very well. So if you have the tab right in front of you, you can see how everything comes together on the fretboard. Alright, without further ado, let's get started on with the lesson. Okay, so let's get straight into it. So we're going to start off with that iconic bass line. So what you're going to do is hammer on to the 6th string on the 2nd fret like this. You want it to be a nice gentle hammer on. So don't go on too hard, just almost let the finger fall onto the string. Okay. Now I'm using my first finger. You can use your thumb if that's more comfortable for you. Doesn't really matter. I'd probably suggest using your first finger if you're not used to using your thumb. So we have that hammer on. Then play the open 5th string. And you can do all that with your thumb on your picking hand. Then make this 2-finger A chord on the 2nd fret on the 3rd and 2nd string. And we're going to pluck with your picking hand strings 3, 2, and then you're going to hammer on to the 3rd fret. Oop, I'll pluck it again. And a pull off. Then finish with the 3rd string. All together. So you get this nice smooth ba-da-da-boo-da-da-doo. Even though this is the intro, that's actually the melody to the opening verse. Would you know? Okay, so after that we're going to move over to the 4th and 5th frets and we make this shape. So 4th string, 6th string, 4th fret, 6th string, my bad, 3rd string, 4th fret, and then your 3rd finger is on the 5th fret, 2nd string. Now you can call this a inverted C sharp minor chord. Some people call it an E with a G sharp bass. In the PDF that you can download, which has the entire tab written out, I call this a C sharp minor with a G sharp bass. I think that makes a little bit more sense. Okay, so in some other books you may get something else. So with that chord, we're going to play this pattern with your picking hand. So start the chord together, then your thumb, and the fingers. So you get this pattern. Ba-da-da. Take that down to the 2nd fret, and we're basically going to play the same shape, just have all your fingers in the 2nd fret. So string 6, 3 and 2 in the 2nd fret. And we're going to play a similar pattern like this. And then the second half of that bar, just take off your first finger to have the same chord but with a low E bass. With this chord, we'll describe that as an A major with an E bass. So those two chords, the F sharp minor and the A together, sound like this. I really suggest trying to get a nice bounce with your thumb when you play that. Really almost just brushing the string instead of, really digging into it like that, because it's a very gentle song. It flows nicely. Okay, so that's the first 4 bars of the song. Then we're going to move into a D with an F sharp. Very common chord, this one. The only difference with the F sharp minor is having the 3rd finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret. And we're going to play that similar pattern as well. You can go half a bar, 1 and 2, and take off your first finger again to play the same chord but with the E bass, and we only play 1 beat. Now keep your third finger on the second string, third fret. Put your first finger on the first fret, third string to give you an E7. Play one beat of that pattern. And then back to an A chord. And we'll play a full bar or 4 beats of it like this. And that gives you the intro. So you can go back in this video lesson and watch the first part, which is a slow playthrough. I've done a little slow playthrough for you, and use this part of the video to get the chords down where you can see everything nice and clearly. Okay, so once you have that down, let's move on to the first chorus. Okay, so let's get into the chorus. Some people actually call this the verse. I like to call it the chorus because it's the main part of the song. It's the most iconic and memorable part of the song. And funnily enough, the first 3 bars or 2 parts is exactly the same as the intro. So we have that bass line to start off with. And the A chord, little hammer-ons over the A chord. Going to the C sharp minor with the G bass. Same pattern with the right hand, or the picking hand. Then to the F sharp minor. This time, you're only going to play one bass note. And this covers the first melody, or the singing part, which is... Would you know my name? Bang. And after you do that opening part, we're going to do that Eric Clapton sort of bluesy sort of slide fill. You're going to start on the 5th fret, 1st and 2nd string, and you can slide like this to the 7th fret, then go back to the 5th fret, pluck that normally, then move your middle finger to the 3rd string on the 4th fret, but keep your 3rd finger where it was, okay, because it's anchored down, it's the same note. Slide that to fret 6 and 7. And as you slide, as you just saw there, play the 6th string at the same time. Then your first finger is free to plonk down on the 2nd string 1st fret. 5th fret. I said 1st fret for some reason. So, like that. And then take your middle finger back to the 4th fret, slide that to the 6th fret. First finger goes back down on the 5th fret, 2nd string. So all together nice and slowly. One more time, a little bit faster. And try to keep that 6th string ringing as you do that. Then we go to the D with the F sharp. So again, similar, actually the same chords as the intro, but this time we're going to bring out the melody and we're going to play this picking pattern. So start on the 6th string, and we go hit the 6th string to the 4th string, 3rd string, sort of like a roll. And then you're going to come to the 2nd string, and you hit that 2 times. Going into the A chord, and you can just slide that 3rd finger into the 2nd fret, and we're going to play strings 5, 3 and 2 together. If I saw, then play the open 2nd string, then the 3rd string. I'll just go back there again for you so you can hear how it sounds when it goes all together. To the A chord. Then put your 3rd finger back onto the 2nd string. And as you do that, make your way to an E chord with your 1st and 2nd finger. You can put it on the 3rd string 1st fret and 4th string 2nd fret. So it'll be like this. Hit the bass note, take off your 3rd finger, and then hit strings 4, 3 and 2 together. One more time really slowly. play the first string open. If I saw you in heaven. And then this little chord movement here. It's just a little thing to get back to the opening part in a smoother way. So that's just an F sharp minor with 2 fingers on the 6th and 3rd string. Play that, then pedal the open 2nd string. Back to the, move up to the 4th fret. Dum dum dum. And when you play the second part of the verse, it starts the same with that bass note. Okay, so see how you go with that first chorus. I call it the verse. Let's see how you go with that first chorus before we play the second chorus or the second parts of the chorus. Okay, into the second part of the chorus, which starts exactly the same as the first part of the chorus with that bass line. So again, a quick reminder. Would it be the same? Now we're going to do a second fill, and this starts off like this. So take your first finger and bar the 2nd fret. You can bar 3 strings. Now, I reckon Eric Clapton's only playing strings 3 and 2, but I think it's okay if you play the top 3 strings with your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd finger on your picking hand. So we'll do this. It's okay if you play it like that. I think if you want to be more accurate, you can only play strings 3 and 1, but it's okay. So we'll play it. Take that forward to the 4th fret, and then with your 2nd and 3rd finger, put that on the 5th and 6th fret on the 1st and 3rd string. And as you play it at the same time, you can play the bass note as well, the open 6th string. Then off you go. Back to the 2nd fret. And then open. And you can move your hand like that to make it super obvious. Okay? So one more time really slowly. It goes ba 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 da da da. Again, if you want to be super accurate and really, I guess, original to the original song, that made no sense whatsoever, but I'm sure you guys know what I mean. You only play strings 3 and 1, but I think it adds to a bit of the tension there. So we have that second fill, and then we're going to play the If I Saw You in Heaven, which is exactly the same as the first chorus. Okay, so with that D with the F sharp, we'll do that first roll into the melody. Taking you to the A chord, and then melody back on, 6th string bass, E chord, open 1st string, then the little chord movement with the 2nd string pedal, and that is the end of the chorus. Okay, let's roll into the first verse where the song really takes a turn for the darker side. We're going to start off with an F sharp minor, and this time you're going to play a bar chord version of it, which for the fingerstyle arrangement I think works really well. It's not what Eric Clapton plays, but I think it just gives it that real full sound. So bar the 2nd fret with your 1st finger all the way, and then with your 3rd and pinky finger have that on strings 5 and 4 on the 4th fret. Okay, all right. So So let's start off with a little arpeggio with the picking hand hitting string 6, 5, 4 like this. Yeah, how dark that sounds. Yeah. And then you can play the third string. That's where the melody starts. B, and when B comes, your pinky finger is going to go on the third string, 4th fret. So just move that down string. One more time. And then work your way down a fret with the exact same shape to make an F minor. And when you land there, with your picking hand, play strings 6, 4, and 3 together. And be nice and strong with it to really make it punch. I must be strong. So Eric Clapton's asking you to be strong, and you must be strong too. After you do that, we go back to that pattern that I showed you in the chorus, like this. Yeah, a little bit slower. Really sounds like two James Bond or Batman chords, don't they? Okay, after that you can have some relief on the bar chord. Make a E minor chord, 2 fingers. Start off with the arpeggio again, strings 6, 5, and 4. So roll into that. And then the open third string 2 times, which goes and ca, re, and re is the third string on the 2nd fret, and then the F sharp on the 4th string, 4th fret. On. Let's do that again. You may have noticed in the slow playthrough I did do a little slide to the F sharp. If you want to do it, you can. Just do a short slide from the 3rd fret. No need to do a giant slide. So this will sound like this when you add it in. Once you're done with that little slide, work your way into an F sharp 7, which is almost the exact same chord as F sharp minor. Still barring the 2nd fret. This time your middle finger's on the 3rd string, on the 3rd fret, and you can play a short arpeggio like this, hitting strings 6, 4, and 3. Then we have this little walk in as well. Very similar to the chorus. It covers the melody where it goes, 'cause I... And that's the 4th fret going to the 6th fret, strings 6 and 3. No. Now when you land on no, use your middle finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. And the reason for that is it makes it much easier to move into a B minor chord, bar chord. If you use your first finger or another finger, you have to readjust. So good way to do it would be like this. Fold your way into a B minor, barring the 2nd fret to the 5th string, strings 5, and then your 3rd and pinky finger on strings 4 and 3 on the 4th fret. You can do a little arpeggio with the picking hand like this. You can do 5, 4, 2 strings, or just 5, 4, 3, that's okay. Then we have the last bit of the melody, which goes, I don't belong. So your pinky's already in position here to go, I don't be. B's on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Take that back to the 1st fret. And once you're done with that, make your way into a straight E major chord, open chord. And again, you can play a nice little arpeggio. You can do that. So that's thumb, thumb, 3 fingers. Or you can go thumb, thumb, index, 2 fingers. Then we have the tag, the hook, here in heaven. And as you play that, it's going to overlap with the bass line. So I'll show it to you very slowly and I'll explain it very briefly. So it'll go... Okay, let me do that very slowly for you. So we start off with the C sharp on the 2nd fret, 2nd string. And it goes here in... And then the open 2nd string, 2 times. So once you're done with that, start the bass line with the hammer on, but don't complete it. Hammer on, and then you'll complete the melody and the bass line with the open 5th string and 2nd string. And finish with the 1st string on the 3rd string. Okay, it sounds a bit weird when you break it up like that, but I'll do it again for you. Bass, open, finish the melody. Here in heaven, and that takes you back to the intro. So it overlaps, and when you finish the verse, you want to continue the song. Okay, so what I mean is you want to be continuing the song like this. Yeah, so you don't want to be stopping and then redoing the bass line. Some people do that. I guess as a practice tool you can do that, but for the song's sake, good to just pause there, regather yourself, and continue the melody by going straight into that hammer on and pull off. And there we go. That is the main verse of the song. Alright, so we're into the last section of the song, or the last new section of the song, and this is where we're playing the bridge, which has a little key change. So in the slow playthrough, I played a little bit of the intro so you can hear how we can transition to the bridge quite nicely. So here's how we can do it. I'll start from the end of the intro. So let's go from the D with the F sharp. Okay, once you get to the A chord, we're only going to play one beat of the A chord. So play the chord, hit the 5th string, and this little run is an A major sort of melody run. It takes you very nicely to the bridge. So starting on the 5th fret, 6th string, I'll say the frets, and good idea to start with your middle finger because then it keeps everything quite even. You have fingers 1, 2, 3, 4 playing frets 4, 5, 6, 7. So starting on the 6th string, we have frets 5 to 7. Then on string 5, we have frets 4, 5, 7. Then on string 4, we have frets 4, 6, 7. And then on string 3, we have frets 4, 6, 7. And then we finish with the 1st string open. All together really slowly. Just a quick word on the picking with the picking hand. So it doesn't, again, go with what works for you. I'm going to suggest starting the 6th and 5th string with your thumb like this. And then your 4th string, you can play that with your 1st finger. Oh, sorry, that's wrong. And then the 3rd string with your middle finger. With the 1st string, you can play that. Well, I play that with my pinky by accident. You can play that with your 3rd finger. So one more time, really slowly. And that takes us into a C chord. So we're changing keys to the key of C. And let's start off with an arpeggio. Strings 5 and 4. Time can that melody, you're going to hit strings 2 and 1. And then make your way into a short B minor this time, strings 5, 3, and 2 on frets 2 and 3. And we'll play the pattern that we have been playing throughout the song, like this. And you're going to hit strings 5, 3, and 2. Time can bring you down. And when you play down, your first finger is going to land on the first fret 2nd string. Make an A minor chord. Play the 5th and 4th string bass, like that. And then you're going to reverse it by playing strings 2 and 3. So I'll run through the first 3 chords like that for you. To the B minor. To the A minor. Then that takes us to a D with an F sharp, and you can play that thumb and finger pattern straight to the G chord, just a 1-finger G chord really. Your 3rd finger on the 6th string 3rd fret for the bass note, thumbs on the 6th string, your picking hand that is, and then your 1st and 2nd finger on strings 3 and 2. Time can make your heart. Play that little bass line, or that little pattern, sorry. And then we play, this is the backing vocalist in the unplugged version where it goes hoo hoo hoo. So you essentially go back to a D with the F sharp, and you can play strings 6 and 3. 3rd finger back on the 2nd string 3rd fret. Hoo. Then the open 3rd string. And you can continue that pattern, or you can play an arpeggio over the E minor. So if you want to continue the pattern, you'll play it like this. If you want to play more of an arpeggio rolling style, you can do this. In the tab that you can download, if you click the link below, you'll have the PDF. I probably have shown you how to play it with that straightforward pattern, that thumb and alternating pattern, because this is more just to get you into the ballpark of the song. Of course, once you get that pattern down and it feels good, you could probably play around with some arpeggios. So let's get back to that. Let's go to the E minor. So we've rolled through it like this. And going to play bass line to get back to the C chord like this. Just the F sharp and G on the 6th strings, 2nd. Then a quick bass line on the 5th string. Walks you back to that C chord. And try to land on your 3rd finger. Like that. Okay. Same thing again. Time can. To the B minor. Now this time you're going to hit the 1st string open after that opening. Then back to the A minor. Back to the D with the F sharp. Back to the G. Then the D with the F sharp again, but this time start with strings 6 and 3. And then you're going to play the open 2nd string. Oops, sorry, I missed that. You're going to play that. And then you're going to work your way into an E major chord, and you can play the open 1st string first. Roll through the E. Begging, please. In all fairness, you probably don't need to have your middle finger with that F sharp. You can just play the bass note like this, and then the begging please, and then you can strum the rest of the bar like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then back into the intro of the song, and you can start the song all over again. So let me just run through that with you nice and slowly, and I'm gonna say this, with this part of the song, you can really play around with how you can approach the chords. So my suggestion and recommendation is, if you're struggling with getting the melody flowing, start with that thumb and finger pattern that we've been doing throughout this whole lesson. So this is, I guess, the first way that you can do it. So from the A major run, C, to the B minor, A minor, then the D with the F sharp, we'll do that thumb finger pattern, that G chord thumb finger pattern, then the hoo, E minor thumb finger pattern, bass line, back to C, different melody with the first string, A minor, D with the F sharp, again thumb finger pattern, G thumb finger pattern, just the F sharp bass, beg and plead, E chord, 4 big strums, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the starter way of playing it, or just to get yourself into the ballpark. And then you can vary it by, instead of playing the thumb finger pattern, you can play some arpeggios like this. So again, let's do it. Let's go through it. Alright, into the C chord. Alright, here's your first little variation. So you can mess around with the pattern there. I've just gone 6, 4, 2, 3, then the ooh, melody, little arpeggio over the E minor, just running down string 6, 5, 4, 3. Back to the F sharp minor, F sharp. So, a couple little performance ideas there that you can add to vary up that bridge. But there you go. There's all the sections of the song. And what I'd like to do now is to give you a full playthrough of each section really, really slowly so you can see how it all comes together. 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video lesson. It's a wonderful song, a favourite amongst fingerstyle guitar players and all guitar players in general. Remember, there are time codes that you can always go back to in case there are some sections that you have a little bit more trouble with than others. The link in the description box below will get you that PDF help file with the full tab so you can see everything in full detail. And if you haven't already, please click subscribe, that bell notification, the like button, share with your friends, your family, your florists, everyone. Things are happening on this channel. More video lessons will be happening in the future, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.